Hello everyone, just taking a moment, stopping carving the front to talk about making a rib structure and how I do it. How do I make one of these? Well, we all know the Cremonese method, but that's not what I'm using, and that's why I thought it interesting to share. So I make on the board. There you go. It's a lovely looking board, isn't it? Mahogany. Don't know why I did that. Could have just used plywood, but live fast, die young. That's the rule. So I'm just going to demonstrate this because it's got some little interesting things about. Well, let me just get on with it. I'm going to bring the camera down and show you why and how. Here we are. Cup of coffee, that's always needed, and the board, and your wood. So I thought about going down this method. I wasn't going to say I designed this method because in this industry you're never certain whether you've done something for the first time. But I went about thinking about this and turning it into reality because I wanted to create blocks in this form, like a billet of blocks that I could just cut off in the mitre box and create loads of little corners all in one go. I also designed all the corners to be the same profile, so that means that this one form, once cut up, will do all the blocks on the fiddle. And I got this idea by looking at these old things. The moulding plane, it's gone out of favour. It's not very in fashion now. You know, very far removed from the today's AI generation. So yeah, I used one of these to create the corner block profile like that. See that? And straight off the bat, that's it. The surface is done. No faffing around. So you cut that off. You take one of these and you press it down onto the board because there's little pins here and here and here. And then you take a clamp and shoot it over there. Bish bash. If anyone can hear the music, it's Violetta Para. Yeah, that's that. Look at that. It's not going anywhere. Didn't have to glue that thing on. So that was a quick run through of what I do to secure the blocks. Let me just go through it if you would like to make it one yourself. So at least 15mm thick, get yourself something. This is 20mm thick. Scribe all your center line and your inner outline. Scribe that. You could scribe your outer outline as well. Scribe it deep, put your pen in, make it noticeable. There. Shellac over it. Give it a nice, seal so it doesn't go anywhere. Wax it, oil it. Just keep hitting it. Enjoy the process. And then you cut these grooves out. And now I cut these out so it fits one of these because I'm in Britain and these are easy to find. So I thought if I ever need any more, then these will do. So I did that so it fitted there. That's like 60mm, remember measuring. So those slots are at least 60mm, a little bit of wiggle room so it's easy to put in. And then the most important distance is between the end of that slot and your corner. End of that slot on the corner there. You want that to be, as you can see there, there's the face of the clamp. And there's the end of the slot. So you want that so you can have a bit of wiggle room and adjust it over your block. And you don't want this to get in the way of your ribs being glued on. So that wiggle room allows you to do that. I hope this is making sense. But here there's the so obviously there's a bit of tension on the rib structure, but I think that's likewise on most things you'll create. You'll all want to go bonk, pop out. But yeah, it gets all clamped onto the board. I usually clamp the end blocks with a clamp over the two ends like that, and then the corners using these slots. And I use the back edge and the sides of the blocks like that. And I have, this is not the block, but I use these kind of styles of blocks, and you do that, clamp it in place. C-bout first, and then I have the end and bottom block, the top and bottom block clamped down, and I will then glue the ribs onto the top and the bottom block first, and then bring them round, because you can take it off. You can keep taking on and off the blocks even if it's got ribs glued to it. It's easy to put them back. And I just put a gentle curve on it until it meets this line. I don't want it going any narrower by much, if possible, and I don't want it to go any wider by much. You got as much freedom and accuracy in this process as you'd like. So there's that. There's really it's the only control is yourself, really. So then I glue that from the top and bottom block onto the ribs, and there's such a gentle curve in these sides of these blocks that I don't have to be too accurate about the curve that reaches the corner blocks, because the ribs can almost just be pressed into it. So it's all about this curve, really. They adjust the width of the bounce. So that's quite the process, really. It's really nice. It's got its perks compared to the Cremonese method. Cremonese method is fantastic. Get it, totally. Not criticising it. This is just something that I've just started using, and it's wonderful. It's really good fun, and it creates these little pins in all the blocks. Now, I don't know about you, but if I can get them folks in 200 years, fingers crossed things go well, in 200 years, to talk about my instruments, I think that's one surefire way to add a mysterious element to my instruments. I just have to get rid of the tool, so they have no idea why it's there. If I get rid of the tool, leave the marks, then you've got conversations for... You've got tons of conferences there, mate. People will be talking about it, trying to figure it out. Good fun. Right, I can hear myself now, so I'm going to stop and just going to bring camera back up. Oh, that's a bit zoomed in. There we go. So yeah, this is Victor Camilleri. You can find me as Emmanuel Instruments, and yes, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. It's a little interest. Oh yeah, before we go, that's the outcome. There's no repairer going to turn their nose up at that, because that's great, I like it if a customer knows that, if they're going to have any problems in the future, or if the instrument's just going to have any problems in the future, that no repairer is going to just dismiss it and go, well, I'm not going to bother with that, I'm not going to faff around with that. If they came across this, I think problems will just, they'll know how to deal with them, because that's standard. So that's real good. Keep it real. Sharing is caring. Lots of love.